Good spirited practice today. We installed the red area, red zone offense, red zone defense, coverages, routes. We go through our goals every time we install a new phase. And so it was a real spirited practice. It was physical. Defense really did a nice job, especially in our run periods. And so I was real pleased with how today went. Now, we're throwing a lot at them now. We're doing it on purpose. But I feel like we have some good young talent in the program. And we've signed some good talent, so I have no worries about the future. It's certainly in the short term, it's not a good situation when you don't have anybody back. Don't know. I think he tweaked same injury he's been having, and he's still in the rehab mode. So we'll find out more on him.
Derek, have you seen enough out of Daniel Hood to see what kind of promise he's maybe showing you up front?
Yeah, it's still early. He's showing some promise. We got to get, he's lost a little weight, and I think that's hurt him a little bit. But he's young. He's a freshman and playing center. Center's the hardest position you can play, especially mentally.
Can you kind of talk about the center position in general with Victor and Daniel?
Yeah. Well, both of them are showing promise, but I think beyond that, it's hard to make any more statements. We have a long way to go, and that's a concern. It's a concern for a football team is finding a good center.
You do have a long way to go. Do you have a number that you'd like to go into a season with in terms of guys you're comfortable playing on the offensive line? Would you like to have 8 guys that you can play at any given time?
Yeah, it'd be nice to have, at least 8. I'm not sure how realistic, we are on that. You always want a good third tackle, you always want a good third guard, and you always need a good third center. And you like to have 10, but we're a ways away from that. I hope we can get 5.
And Derek, I think the assumption is you have Jansen at one safety, and then the other positions kind of open. Darren Miles, Chris Wagner, some guys.
Yeah.
Is it safe to put Jansen there? Do you know how that's going to play out at safety right now?
Well, Darren, both of them, they all have good physical skills, and Darren's got a lot of good twitch. He's active, he's physical. Prentice is an athletic guy. Both of them bring very different skill sets, so I think we'll play it out. And the thing about defensive back is you play so much nickel and even dime that you need 5 or 6 really good players back there.
Is that also too part of what Coach Wilcox has done? I know there was some 4-2-5 that he played at times against spread offenses, TCU in particular. Is that just you need maybe more than 2 safeties?
You got to have a lot of cover guys, and then they got to be able to tackle in space. So especially when you get down in the nickel position and dime position, there's plays where you're really a linebacker, and so finding those body types who can do that, they're hard to find.